Western Spain television. Ours it is.
Welcome to another edition of Ladies Talk right here on WSTV. We are super delighted to have you on board today. Of course, I am your host, Evelyn, and right here on Ladies Talk, we'll talk about everything that has to do with the female folks, matters affecting the females, and also is situations that is really familiar, connected to the women. We'll try as much as possible to talk about it right here. The show is segmented into two. We have the What's Trended, where we talk about a particular topic that trended on social media over the week. And we also have the other segment where we bring in a topic of discourse, and I and the ladies, we talk about it and bring our own opinions and, you know, our own views to it. My name is Evelyn Ohiola. Like I said earlier, and you know, I do not do this alone. I do this with the ladies all of the time. My beautiful soldiers, they are right here in the studios with me tonight. Let me begin from my far right, Nengi Ernest Ademola.
You know, when you said soldiers, you know, I was thinking everybody's going to chant Uzabu, Uzabu.
Oh my God. Wait, I don't understand. Were you a member of the vigilante before or something? Because this song's sweet for your mouth.
Oh my goodness.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Evelyn. It's a wonderful feeling, you know. There's a way I feel whenever I'm here, because I know that, you know, it's the gathering of ladies, and you know, we all talk, and even before the show commences, you know, we have those small chats, chit-chat here and there, you know, we just laugh about it. I am Nengi Ernest Ademola, and I'm super excited to be here on another episode of Ladies Talk, and definitely I want to talk sense today also.
All right, welcome on board. So let's move over to the lady right beside her, Judith and Hannah, the apropos of the pack.
Yes, sir. Yes, it's so good to be here. Oh, man. My lovely Chikasi.
No, please. Introduce yourself.
Exactly. No, see, before I start saying myself, have you ever agreed to everybody? Because that's me. Okay. That's me for you. That's my own distance.
You have the floor.
Chikasi, I love you. You know I love you. I will keep it brief and okay. You understand? Oh, beautiful Nengi, my spot.
Oh my dear.
And the delectable, ever beautiful, fine girl. She's smiling. I know you like it when I know you like it. It is so lovely to be here. You know, it's a new month and everything, and it's so good. We know we just celebrated Nigeria 63, and we leave that one, but it's a good thing to be here with beautiful ladies. And we have to talk apropos, and apropos is one thing I live for. I always live for it. It's so solicitor for apropos, and it's so good to be here. I love you, ladies. I love Chikasi today.
Please, no, tell me something. Why are you blinking to me that?
Okay, she has lost, of course.
In case this is your first time watching Ladies Talk, and probably you just tuned in and you started watching Judith and Hannah, she is very dramatic. Like,
yes,
she's effortlessly dramatic. She's the drama queen. Everyone's person right here. We have our own what's it called?
Area of specification.
Judith is really the drama queen right here. So
I take a bow away.
Just be entertained.
Where do I fall on that evening?
You did that boru.
Troublesome.
All right, so let's move very quickly to the fashionista. You know, I told you that everyone's got their own area of specialty.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's move into the fashionista in the building, the one that never gets it wrong when it comes to fashion.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm fine.
I'm also good. I'm happy to be here. You know, it's good to see you guys' faces all the time. There's nothing as beautiful as a gathering of ladies. Honestly speaking, it gives me joy. And, you know, I'm happy to be happy to, you know, talk through the topics of the day. And of course, like Nengi would say, talk sense.
Yeah, talk sense. And I love this beautiful craziness, the all crazy jeans and all of that. It's looking so nice.
Thank you.
I mean,
It's only Cassie. It's only Cassie that can pull a look like this and pull it well.
And it's always last minute, because I didn't even know I was going to wear it today, and I was like, okay, you know what? I've not worn this shirt. This is actually my dad's shirt, and I was like, how am I going to style it? So I decided to wear it, and I put two and together, and then it came out nice.
It came out so beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful. And of course, we won't forget to welcome you, our dear listener, because without you, we won't be here.
Exactly.
So we appreciate you for always doing this with us every edition. Yes, we go for this break. When we come back, we'll talk what's trended. All right, so welcome back. This is what's trended. Before we let the cat out of the bag, I just want us to watch this beautiful, amazing video. You can see I'm blushing already, but let me not spill it yet. I'll just allow you to watch the video. Yeah, let's just have that now.
Of Big Brother Naija All-Stars. Is a lady is
Wow, amazing. It's the historic crawl for me. Like, I will never forget that crawl.
The crawl of an underdog.
You know, when I watched it live, and in case you don't know what that is, that was the grand finale of the Big Brother Naija All-Star season. For this year, it was they brought together stars from different seasons, right from the second season, I guess, up till the 7th season, which was last year. And it's been 71. They were in the house for 71 days. You know how Big Brother Nigeria is now. The house for 71 days. You had fights, you had drama, you had romance, you had
kissing.
all what you can think.
You even had the sad moments,
of.
you know.
Yeah.
And
You had the kissing moment.
why are you focusing on the kissing moment?
They had it now.
I already said romance.
I know, that was romance. So it's different. You must see the different levels. Oh, no.
So, and for this particular season, I should say I followed it. Yeah, I followed it. I wasn't following it before, but for some reason I just got interested, and I followed the season, and I should tell you that it was a very interesting one, because the winner for this season, Ilebaye, she's like an underdog. She's one housemate that people thought, in fact, when she came in, people called her a waste of slot. Like on Twitter, even the housemate, they felt, why Ilebaye? Because during our season, she left very early, third week. That was when she left. And people thought there was really nothing that she was bringing to the table. So a lot of people, especially on social media, said it was a waste of slot. They could have brought in someone like Chomzy, Chichi, so many, Queen, so many other people they could have brought in. And they were like, why Ilebaye? And as she played a game in the house and all of that, amazingly, now she is the winner of the Big Brother Naija All-Star season.
120 million.
Like she won 120 million naira cash. She won an innocent vehicle, brand new innocent vehicle.
Wow.
That's the card there.
Aside from that,
beautiful.
other packages.
Then there are other packages. She gets supplies of different products from different brands. She has to. She gets a trip to travel to, I think, Dubai or somewhere. She has the privilege to pick one other person with her. I don't know. She doesn't have a boyfriend, but so I don't know. Maybe a sister. She's gonna pick a sister. Or she can pick me.
Oh.
So let me move over to Chikasi. Chikasi, just tell me, what's your take on this just concluded Big Brother Naija All-Stars season?
It's actually giving me joy seeing you so excited about it.
Like I'm for real. We've never seen King really.
It's honestly giving me a lot of joy seeing you talk about it and all of that. And I'm happy that the person you were rooting for actually won. And I feel like this is well deserved, okay? Because this babe is somebody that was bullied from day one to the very end. She was looked down on. Every single time they wanted to speak to her, it was with condescending tones.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, what is even the issue? Like, is she the first young person to be on the show? It was honestly crazy.
Yeah, she mentioned she's the youngest.
Yes, youngest
She's 22, and so far she's the youngest winner on Big Brother Naija show.
Yeah, and the height of it for me, like the peak where I just felt so bad was when Ike, took her on the way and threw it around the toilet, and she could do nothing but cry. These people were literally trying,
really hard.
when, as in,
They were trying
just
to trap
stay
her.
and want to just destroy you. It's I feel like this is real. This was like a life lesson. Watching it was like a life lesson about how people don't want you to succeed, and people will literally trigger you to destroy you just because they know you have a bright future,
Exactly.
and they don't want you to win. So they try to do something to bring you down. So you're just not supposed to give in to that temptation. It was honestly just amazing to watch, and the fact that she actually did win.
So you think it's a well-deserved win?
Well-deserved one, well-deserved. It's not even about pity, it was people saying pity.
Yeah.
Nah, she deserved it, okay? Because she was smart in the house. She was hardworking. She did her best. She gave
won
it her
many
all.
tasks also
Okay, so
in the
yeah,
house.
exactly. So she deserved it. Pump and plain. Congratulations to you, Ilebaye.
Congrats,
Big ups, girl.
Ilebaye. Okay, so let's move over to Judith and Hannah.
See, right from Big Brother, when they said, you just need to be an underdog, it's a script that needs to be played well. We have the likes of Lakan. He was bullied. He was talked down. He was even called bunga fish. Different things.
Yeah.
And he came out what? The winner. See, Nigeria just wants to see someone that people look down on and they'll raise you up.
Is that a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing because Nigerians don't like, normally we Nigerians don't like people looking down on us.
Yes.
So once you have a good script, for crying out loud, Ilebaye, she studied criminology.
Yeah.
She did psychology. So I guess she knew what she was doing right from the start.
But
It's just that
she probably
other people
twisted
there.
it around to her advantage.
Do you think she actually?
It's a game.
Personally, I feel the housemates handed over that script
See,
to her because when she came in, if you watch her the very first 2 weeks, she was this bad. Like she was going like, I don't give a hoot about anybody. Like she was like a baddie.
She came.
Do you understand?
She came.
It was after the. Sorry, I'm sorry to butt in. It was after she was given 2 strikes. She has a lifeline of one more lifeline, and if she gets 3 strikes, she's out of the game. So it was when she was under double strikes by Big Brother, that was when she actually calmed down.
Yeah, and changed the narrative.
Exactly.
So because I'm sure she did her homework well. Every Big Brother star, starting from a Faye, it was all about the looking down on.
Yeah.
And once you look down, even when it got to message storm, people said looking down on her because of how she was speaking. So people were like, oh, because she don't get good answer and another. We took her to the top.
That was also the case of Ilebaye in this season also, because people thought that she couldn't read and all of that.
If you want to win a Big Brother show, you need to come, you need to look from the start and know how to win it. And Ilebaye, she's very smart. I love the fact that she was smart about the whole thing. You know, when your enemy are praying, die by fire, you now say, oh, you want me to die by fire, we rise by fire. That was what she did. And
exactly.
I like the fact that she was very smart. Among all the housemates, she had brains. And she used it well. And to her advantage, she's one.
Even though most houses
20 million
most
naira
do
richer.
not share that opinion while in the house because they
felt she was lazy.
They called her
Mess.
not.
Pull off such a stunt.
One thing I liked about her is that she never bragged. You had Sissy bragging, you had Messi bragging. Even when they evicted Sissy, she was shocked because she was like,
Nigeria will always go for someone that people will look down on. They did that with white money. They will always go. See, the narrative of Big Brother is just come in and let them look down on you, and we in Nigerians will lift you up because we don't like it. Normally, we don't like being pulled down. We Nigerians, that's one thing we don't like. So when we see somebody being pulled down on national TV, so you think you guys have power, right? Let's take this person up, even if we're not rooting for that person before.
Sure.
Will you call that? So, Nengi, let me just move over to you very quickly. Will you call that? I have 2 questions for you, Nengi. very quickly, will you call that pity votes? Do you think Nigerians are moved by emotions? There was someone that said that people that are watching the show are watching it from with emotions. I'm like, so what were you expecting them to watch?
It's an emotional show.
Cold-hearted.
It was like, it's because the majority of viewers of the Big Brother Naija season, Big Brother Naija show, are women. And women are emotional beings. If it were to be, we have more of men.
Men watching.
They'll reason logically.
Definitely. When you have a man and a woman, definitely they'll tell you the woman, you know, forms part of the emotions, and the guys, you know, forms part of the logic when it comes to handling situation and all of that. Despite that, just like Cassie stated, we're supposed to be watching with, you know, cold-heartedness or something. It's a show, and even if we knew that, you know, on that same show, you're getting in with a strategy, you're getting in with a game plan. We knew, but then certainly, if there are some people who didn't even go there with a game plan, they just wanted to go there and be real, just do yourself or just do you. You understand? And just be there. But definitely, you want to make that kind of a vote. You have to have that empathy. I would even call it empathy at this point in time, not even sympathy. You would have to have that empathy, because if you, Evelyn, you were in that show and you were in the shoes of Ilebaye, you know, you have to feel it, you know, in order to be able to, you know, cast your vote to the very right person that you feel, you know, deserves everything. So just like the other lady said, I think it's well deserved. Ilebaye, you know, she interestingly turned everything to advantage. Even if she was super surprised about getting to the finals, because she didn't talk about the fact that when you have big guns, people who have played this game very well and know you're in the finals.
If before the finals, they had thought that Big Brother was going to evict one person that night, and Ilebaye was already telling Sisi, please come help me pack my bag now, because I know I'll be the first person to leave. You know, that night, and people were like, our fans were like, Ilebaye, you don't rate us at all. Like,
she didn't know. And you know the funny part, that some people came from outside to tell her that she actually has a good fan base outside, but she didn't believe.
No, interesting.
The likes of the fake housemates, they told her, they made her known. Especially Shola, Moshola used, you know, he could tell her, say, babe, can't I know they come out. But she didn't really get it.
And interestingly, immediately after the finals of that Big Brother season that ended on Sunday, a video of herself having a conversation with, what's her name now? Mercy. Popped out.
Oh my God, that video was crazy. You guys.
And you know, Mercy she was full with confidence that she was going to win it. And definitely, I wouldn't have been surprised if they had even given it to Mercy, because, you know, this is somebody who plays her cards very right.
Mercy also did very well too.
She did well. The house, you know, understand. So it wasn't even out of place for Mercy to brag, because she knew what she had done outside the house before even coming in, and the kind of strategy she carried.
Mercy didn't really brag as much as Sisi, because there was this boldness.
Did you see the shock on Sisi's
confidence? Sisi came with.
Let's talk about the top three. This is like the very first time in history, in the history of Big Brother Naija's show, that we are going to have three finalists that are women. All three of them are women. You know, when it came down to, there were 6 finalists, 3 boys, 3 girls, and we had Cross go out first. We had Pereg next, and Adekunle leaving the 3 women. And people were like wondering, so who is going to go out? Because I was like, who's going to go out between Sisi and Mercy?
I knew it was Sisi.
Because I knew for sure that Ilebaye was going to be the winner. Top 2.
Yes.
No, I wasn't. But
I knew it was going to be the winner.
But I was looking for who was going to be a
because those 2 were actually strong for Sisi and Mercy.
I
knew it was. I just knew.
When Ebuka called Sisi's name,
she was like,
I knew Ilebaye was winning.
Did you see her reaction?
For sure.
She was shocked.
She was like, she was like, damn.
It was so obvious.
You know.
You didn't hug anybody. She just
no, Sisi will not hug. That's Sisi for you. That's the Fanta boy. She will not hug anybody.
Even on the stage, while you know, Ebuka was trying to
brief. She was brief with her.
She was just very brief. You could see that she was forcing a smile also, and she just zoomed out like.
Very quickly now, just like 30 seconds for each person. Cassie, I don't know if you followed the show, you know, at least to some extent. People have come out to tag Sisi as a bitter person, and you know, for some reason I feel okay, people should at least give her a benefit of doubt. You know, it's a game, and probably
it's a game.
That's her own strategy. You know, and she's one person that's always loves to speak out. She doesn't care who you are and all of that. Do you think Sisi?
I just feel like Sisi is a real person. She's not a pretender. She says it as it is. Because some people will want to play the game and act like they're your friends, but behind your back they're saying something else or stabbing in the back. But Sissy will tell you as it is, okay? So even if you've offended me, you want to apologize. If I don't feel like I want to accept your apology yet, I'll tell you. Some people will just say, okay, no, I've forgiven you, but in their mind, they're still carrying the word. Sissy will tell you to your face, I've not forgiven you. Well, it's not over yet. So she's just real. I don't think she's bitter. I think she's just herself. She's real, she's not fake, and she's just original. I don't think we should turn that into somebody being bitter.
Judith.
Yeah, Sissy is a lawyer, and every lawyer, they're very bold. And I don't think she's bitter. Sissy is a whole hard person, just like doing, like, they are whole hard people. If you come to her side and match her, she'll tell you, why do you match her? We match you back. So people thinking that she's so bitter about the whole situation, no. She doesn't need to fake her emotions. That's why in front of the camera, she could say that when she came out, she's not going to argue when she knows she's not happy with you. That you want. So that's easy for you.
Okay.
So nobody thinks she's bitter.
Nengi, there was a time where I think the dinner they had with Ebuka and Gideon that night, where she brought up Alex's case. You know, Alex was on during our set Double Wahala, and she had had this friction with Alex that lasted for so long. Alex was brought back into the house as her, and they actually kind of bonded a bit. And when Alex was evicted, she made a statement, oh, it was so nice getting to know you again. But at that dinner, you know, she said some things about Alex, said how Alex was trying to sabotage her during the tax, how Alex was always wanting to be above her, how Alex was kind of fake and all of that. And people on social media came for her, saying, you have already settled issues with this baby, with this lady.
Why come out
and call her names or call her, say she was trying to sabotage you and all of that? And also, I think she said something about Doyin too, that our friendship with Doyin was fake, that Doyin was kind of forcing it. And this was somebody that gave you a letter when she was leaving, and also told you that do not let anybody don't let fake kisses on my picture. Like, that means this person already sees you as a friend. But you talking about them behind when they have left, I mean.
You know, I think we're just humans at this point in time, and you do not expect 100% perfection from humans. I feel like maybe there were some things that she didn't let out of her chest, and probably she didn't want to spoil that, you know, that whole happy mood with Alex and all of that. So maybe she just preferred, like, okay, when she left, definitely let me just say this, because definitely Alex would hear. That's the truth. Alex would hear. So she didn't want to spoil that moment. Let's just have the moment as friends and all of that. I feel like she must have forgiven her, but then letting those things off her chest, you know, I think it would now, you know, completely heal. She would now completely heal, rather, of the other things that happened.
I wait their reunion, because it's
it's going to be honest. See, if you think you had a show on the All-Star season, wait for the reunion, because it's going to be the bomb. I really, personally, I want some people to clash. I want some people to have real conversations in that reunion. Really.
When do you start like violence?
Really, because
we did not talk about the kiss. The people kiss.
What's your problem with kissing? What's the problem?
In
with
different
kissing?
positions.
They are all housemates in that house are above 18. Now, I hear people that say that Big Brother Naija is not a good show. They say it promotes nudity, it promotes this and that. I beg to differ, because it is a social, I see it as a social experiment.
True.
Big Brother Naija is like how we live in our everyday life. Like, you are in an office setting, it's like a Big Brother Naija. You are in your neighborhood, that's Big Brother Naija to you.
True.
Because how we relate with people, and if you look past the nudity, look past the old romance and all of that, there are things you can actually learn. Life lessons you can learn on the show. And also, I like to talk to people that have been saying they should scrap the show. You know, the lady that represented the multi-choice during the award presentation said something that really, you know, struck me. She said the budget for only this season show is 5.5 billion naira. 5.5 billion naira, and they have over 2,000 workers only for this space of 3 months. 2,000 workers on board, over 2,000 workers. Now tell me,
how would they feed?
Do you understand? That's employment given out to people.
It's helping the economy.
Exactly. So I feel we should look past, sometimes we look past all of this, trying to, and I should say there are a lot of people that have gotten their fame, that have risen just because of Big Brother Naija. One is Bisola.
One is Toby.
One is Ebuka Obi Chendu. Gideon Okeke. We can go on and on about people that have actually made it in life just because they had a platform like Big Brother Naija. So please, let's look past sentiments. Yes, we are people of culture, we are people of tradition, but this show is clearly rated 18. That's it. All right, we'll take a pause, take some water. Some probably will take coffee, some probably will take whatever it is.
Red wine. But
I want to just bask in the fury of happiness. And let's go for this break. When we return, we'll talk about what we have on the table. We'll be right back.
Turn it up! It's the Wild Wild West, and Western Spring Television is pulling out all the stops to make sure that you don't miss out on every of the fun and happenings around here. Yup, we've got you covered because your girls got all the juiciest tidbits and entertainment news from around the world. Cross over to the chocolatey side of entertainment. Join me, Chocolate Cassie, on Eccentric as we take you into every bit of the juiciest news, fashion, music, movie updates, and other trending conversations. Together on the show, we'll get personal with your favorite celebrities via phone call, Zoom, or even live here in the studio. Eccentric will be showing on your TV screen on Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on Star Times.
All right, welcome back. It's still Lady Stuck on Western Spring Television, channels 190 on Star Times. Thank you so much for staying with us. And if you're just joining, better late than never, like they say. So welcome on board. Remember that you can connect with us on Facebook at Rave91, at Western Spring Television. That's what you get when you work for Western Spring Television is the handle on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, you can watch this particular episode and of our past episodes on YouTube at Western Spring Television. All right, let's move over to the very last segment, which is going to be a very, very interesting time. The topic of discuss for today, let me just move straight to it. We're going to talk about a rivalry between stepmothers and children. We have heard situations where we'll talk about rivalry between wives, co-wives. But I think we don't talk about it enough, where we have a man who marries a woman, the woman gives birth, probably the woman dies, or the woman leaves the home, so they get separated, and the man has to remarry. So remarries another woman, and this woman sees the children as her rivals. You know, doesn't want the man to love them like he should, especially when she now gives birth. She now sees, oh, my children, yes, I know my children are not the firstborn and all of that. Yeah. You know, I just want only my children to be seen. You should take care of me and my children alone. To the extent that we see some of these women maltreating, you know, these children that are not theirs, especially when the man is not around. They feel they can do anything to them. They will not give them food. They will not do anything. Now, what brought about this topic is, you know, while I was watching an interview, this Ilebaye Oluwaloba's father, Mobat's father, where in an interview with BBC, they were asking him lots of questions. And the interviewer asked a particular question and said, you had many wives. Why did you have many wives? Like, what happened? Why is that you were marrying and marrying and marrying? And he said something. He said, it's Mobat that made him have many wives. And then person was like, why? That because when Mohbad's mother left and he remarried, this other woman he remarried said, you'd have to choose between me and your son. Because at the time, he didn't have money, enough money. And the money he was making at the time was using it he wanted to use it to send his boy to school to get an education. So the woman said, you have to choose me between me and your son. And he said, see, I have to choose my son because this is my future and I have to give him the best. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I think that one left, he married another one. So that was what happened. And I was like, okay, what's with this rivalry between stepmothers and children? You just see this child as your child. There's a particular thing that Pastor Chris used to say, that every child is your child. Treat every child
Like
as
yours.
your child.
Yeah.
So why can't you just see this child as your child? Especially because you already know that this man has children before you married him. So why can't you just love everything that comes with the package? Just love the total package. Not that you leave one thing aside and say, oh, I'm just going to focus on my man. I don't care whether he has children or not. But I just want to get your opinions very quickly. Chikasi, what's your thought on this rivalry between stepmothers and children?
I've never actually seen a situation where a stepmom would love a child that is not hers and a child would turn against her. I've never seen it where the love would be a wasted effort or she would get betrayed by the child. I've never seen that. It's always turning out well. So I don't see the reason why they'll be so scared to treat that child like their own. Because if you invest in that child, if you love that child, if the child makes it in life, trusts, you get taken care of.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like, what is it that you're so scared of that would make you to want to exude so much hatred towards a child? It's something that has just never clicked in my head. Like, I just cannot fathom what makes women do this. It's crazy. Another thing is that it's weird to me how men like to, like, marry as multiple wives as possible, knowing fully well that they cannot even afford to take care of these wives plus the excess children. So why are you getting married to start with? Because you know that lack of money will cause issues. So why can't you just take pills?
What if they can't, men?
It's not good for a man
You
to be
have
alone,
one
right?
wife, you're going for multiple. You've not taken care of the one and the children. You're going to get
this
more.
situation is
You didn't even handle one well.
Aside the Mohbad's own, I'm talking about other situations where you've not taken care of your one wife and the plenty children that you have. You're going to get more. You're saying God will provide. Which God will provide? And then before you know
It's stupid.
the fact that you're not having enough money is causing enmity between them because they want you to give the bulk of the money to this person or that person. It makes no sense to me. It's just not something that should be done. I mean, men need to do better, truly speaking. And then for the women out there who
you still have to put the blame on the men.
I mean, they will take the part of their ability. They have a part in this too, so they will take the one that is theirs. Now, for the women who actually do stuff like that, everybody's born with, or rather, I feel like every woman is born with maternal instincts. Okay, every woman has emotions running through her. So for you to want to see a child and to want to maltreat that child, I've heard so many cases where they are beating the stepchild, you're putting pepper in the person's private, you're doing this, you're locking. And I'm like, first and foremost, are you not a woman? How are you even looking at I can't even find the right adjective, but it honestly just amazes me how human beings can be that wicked. So I don't even know why it happens, but I feel like it's something that should definitely be talked about more. And I'm glad we're talking about it. And I feel like women need to know that see, it doesn't matter how many kids are out there. So far you can love them all. It never would come and bite
or
you back.
reduce you.
Exactly. It wouldn't do you bad. It will always just be very good. The result will always benefit you at all times. Because I've never seen a case where a woman loves her stepson or her stepdaughter, and at the end of the day, they threw out of the house. I've not seen. So what good is it going to do you to be evil or wicked to your stepchildren? Makes no sense.
All right, let me move over to Judith Hannah. Now, Judith, you know, especially for in cases where the wife is still alive, but separated from the husband, and this other woman comes in, and she feels threatened by the wife outside, especially when the children are inside, because she feels the children can be giving their mother information about what's happening in the house. So they prefer to, turn the children into the mother. So once they see the children, they feel, oh, this is my rival. This is the person I'm up against, because definitely this child will go and give information to the mother outside, and the mother will know what's going on in my family, and the mother can use that against me and all of that. But looking beyond all of this, I just want your own take on that same question. Why? Is there anything we are missing out again aside this one?
No, see, anybody that is good, any woman that is good is good. It's see, if you're a good person and you have a good heart and you have a forgiving spirit and you have a heart of kindness, patience, love, that's why most times you can see children on the road that are not maybe all these children begging and feel so much empathy, or so as in you just feel sad, like you want to help them or give them money. Do you understand? Any woman that is good is good. If you are evil, you are evil.
You don't share the sentiment that women are naturally jealous.
That I say we can be jealous, but we have this instinct of being mothers. As I said, you can be a wife, but you cannot be a mother. See, being a wife and being a mother is two different things. A mother is someone that even if you did not give birth to this child, you can put yourself to be a nurturer, nurture this child to be who you want to be. See, children don't forget. That's one thing I think these women or stepmothers should know. Children don't forget. Especially if you enter into a home and this child is still young, you can even take care of this child. The child may even, I'm not saying the child should forget, but there are some children, they have even forgotten about their own mother because of the way they are stepmoms. Because I don't want to rule out the fact that there are no good stepmoms out there. There are good stepmoms out there. But you see, these bad ones are so much that we rule out the good ones out because there are so much. See, if you're a good person, if you're a good woman, don't leave the woman. If you're a good human being, you will be good. Leave the woman thing. If you're a good human being, because if you say woman, yes, of course we are jealous, no doubt about it. But have we been so jealous to a fact that most times we don't really kill our husband that are the main problem? Do you understand? If you're loving, you want to enter into a home, and you know this man has children, and you say you love this woman, I feel love. It's all encompassing.
Yeah, exactly.
If you love the man, you will love his baggage. You will love whatever he loves. You will hate whatever. Like, it's all encompassing. You now love the man.
And leave the kids.
And I feel men, you guys need to, if you want to get married to a woman, you know, ask this woman, would you love my kid? Look at this woman before you take her in. Because they say 2 elephants, they fight. Now the grass, now they suffer. And you know, these children I know most children are so scared of their stepmom because they feel if they tell their father, they won't go chop or they will not see anything. And life is beyond being wicked. Because funny enough, we've seen stories that those children in the maltreat always turns out to be very, very great in life. And when you now see them in the future, you'll now be looking for sympathy. Where children never forget. That's one thing all these stepmoms should know, that these kids are your future, whether they belong to you or not. Because if you take care of them well and they grow up to be successful in life, they will not forget. Children don't forget. Children don't forget. That's what people do. Whether as they are growing up, they see the way you nurture them. They don't forget. Because I don't even know what the big deal is. If that is if you're a good person, a good person, you'll be good. When you have an evil heart, you'll be evil.
All right.
That's just what I know.
Okay, Nengi, let me just be an advocate for these women to some extent. You know, there are some men that overly, I don't want to use the word overly because you can't overly love your children. I mean, they're your children, they're your seeds. But there are some men that expresses this love to the extent that these women feel
left out.
Yes, they feel all the love you're giving it to your children. Then why do you marry me? Like, why do you marry me? Because they feel if you not love those children alone, by the time I start giving you children, you will
love the children too.
You will not love my children like as much as love these children. That means you love them, especially for children that probably their mother died. You know, the father has this way of wanting to just heap that love on these kids because
so they don't feel the loss.
You understand? Do you think that might be one reason why these women do what they do?
Okay, and first and foremost, I think I would like to establish this first and foremost. I think this is a very interesting topic. You know, the rivalry between stepmoms and their children is a very interesting one. Owing to the fact that it's now joint part of our society. You know, polygamy, you know, maybe one of the partner dies, you remarry, or one of them leaves the house, you know, you remarry. And it has happened in the way that, you know, the way the society has put it now is the fact that whatever is happening in your family, it's your family business. Do not come and start painting it or putting it in front of us. So whether your home, you came out from a polygamous home, or maybe one of your parents, either of your parents had to remarry, it's your business. So that's how it has been for a while now. That's why I quite agree with, Kasi, talking about these things more often. And aside from that, your own might even get worse if there is now rivalry. At a point in time, it might now even turn to survival of the fittest for some of these kids in that kind of polygamous home, or whether any of their, any other parents, get to remarry again. And I think at this point in time, I would want to give kudos to, what's her name now, Funke Akindele. She actually produced a movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it,
yes.
Battle on Booker Street. It had the team of, stepmoms and their
sibling rivalry.
Yeah, and sibling rivalry and all of that. She tried to, push it out, because that's something that we don't really talk about, because now your family issue, why you understand a normal thing. It's now just joint part of our society. And having said that, ladies, I think I would want to, you asked a question, Evelyn. I think I would want to talk about some of the factors that actually contribute to this rivalry. That is if I got your question correctly. And number one thing I would like to say is human factor. We're not perfect. We're not 100% perfect. We're just aiming for perfection. We're just trying to be the better versions of ourselves. And sometimes life happens and it throws you some baggages, it throws you some things that it's either you turn to a very better person, or sometimes decide to just go worse and just be a terrible person. But this is a different case scenario, but then it has that human factor. That's why, I placed it there. And aside from human factor, human factor now bets primary factors that contributes to this rivalry in terms of stepmoms and their children, their kids, and of course their husband or wife's kids. And one of the things is the fact that the stress, ladies, the stress of bringing families together with varying differences, or not just, it's not like this person and all of that. The stress is there, number one. And number two, I feel that insecurity is also one of the primary factors that can cause this stepmom and rivalries. Just like
when you say insecurity,
because insecurity, more like you just have that insecurity about how this family is going to bond. Like you gave an example, you don't know if this kid will now start going to give information of what my husband does for me, and I will have issues at the end of the day, and I want to leave the house. All those forms part of insecurity. And aside from that, jealousy at the end of the day. Let's say you succeed as a stepmom, and you start birthing your own children. And at the point in time, maybe the man's kids would now say, the way my dad and his wife is treating this kid, they're giving this kid so much, special attention and a better treatment, and that kind of jealousy rather might want to set in, and so it destroys things. So I feel like these are more like the primary factors that cause and contribute to this rivalry. However, I think Judith said that there are stepmothers that are good, because if you ask me, when I was small, the notion we have is stepmothers are witches, stepmothers are wicked, stepmothers.
They will pound you in water.
You understand? So we grew up with that kind of notions. Meanwhile, to be honest, there are some stepmothers that are very good. Yes. There are some stepfathers that are very good. However, I think stepmothers' own is very, very pronounced. Because I don't know why. Because stepmothers, it's very, very pronounced. And I feel like there is a way it can be settled. That's if we have time to talk about that. There's a way it can be settled. And first and foremost, the truth is you should acknowledge that, it comes with challenges. Most especially for the woman. Just like I said before, the stepmoms, their own is always pronounced. And the way the society is right now is as if you're going in as a stepfather or as a stepmom to a new home, you are programmed to fail. That's just the way the society, is now trying to carve this stepmom and stepdad thing. So the truth is, you have to be ready for that challenge of adjustment. Yeah, I think I should use adjustment, because you're going in, you're meeting some kids already on ground, and sometimes even you must have had kids. And
they might not even be receptive towards you initially.
We should also talk about that, the fact that there are some kids that really are not really receptive of the fact that another woman is coming to take the place of their mother.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So
children will always be that.
Let's just quickly just
I
move
feel like
over
love
that.
will definitely conquer.
How?
If you want to, true love cannot make it right. If you want to say because they are being mean towards you, you want to be mean towards them, you guys will never ever settle.
You will never meet.
So it's just natural that, okay, I don't want you to come into my dad's life. I don't want you to be the new mom because, you know, you're not my mom. Natural.
That's children.
When you are
children.
dealing with teenagers where they are their rebellious stage, you could be facing a lot of challenges with them. But I just feel like you have to be patient. You have to be loving. You have to be understanding, and then you have to be smart.
And also, let me add to what Cassie just said now. If it's a situation of the stepmom, just like we're talking about, I think the man should, you know, actually act as a person in the middle to ease the dynamics between his wife and the kids. Exactly. If they can be able to build that relationship, because truthfully, some of the kids might not want the wife, but the man likes what he sees and definitely wants to, you know, get married to the woman. So he should act as a bridge to, you know, create that relationship between the woman and the kids. And I tell you for sure, it might be able to make things easy.
Because you know, kids are really emotional beings, and no one would definitely want another woman to take the place of their mom. And so, like, if the mom is late, some people want to hold on to that moment with their mom, like, so you want to come and wipe my mom away from this house.
Memory.
You get, that's the role. That's where the stepmom comes. That's why I said, if you're good, goodness can see light overshadows darkness. Leave it anytime, any day. So if you're good and you're coming with good intentions, see, kids are like, I don't know, I call them little angels, because they can spot this person has a good heart towards me. That's why most times you see some kids, you carry some kids and they'll be crying while another person, I feel like, what's making see, I feel children are like, I call them little angels, because whether teenagers or not, they can, as far as they're in that, teenagers can be so rebellious. We know that we were once teenagers, we saw how rebellious we were. But there is something that, even in our rebelliousness, we love our parents. We love those that show us love.
No matter how the flogging and everything.
We still love them. So I feel if you're a stepmom going into a woman, you see that these kids are coming with fire. Because some kids...
And you know, another thing
I think you should preach. You should use... There should be... As they're coming with fire and you're giving them more love. I think I watched a movie whereby these kids were coming with fire for this woman.
And smartness is
required. So as they were coming with fire, she was coming with love, and at the same time she was showing them pepper. And they were liking the small pepper she was showing. They like, it was not like they didn't just have a choice but to love her.
There was a balance.
She understood there was a balance. And the man, what the man does is that he was always in the middle. He would tell this one, this is your stepmom. Do you get? So I feel it's a man should act as a bridge. It's a point of, do you want to make this work?
And
for the woman.
That, you know, Evelyn, I thought about something just now, you know, from what your baby was actually saying now. The truth is, and I think you also made that point, the truth is, stepmoms definitely, if they have their own children, we do not expect them not to be close to their children. It is natural. It is only natural that the kids you give birth to, you'll be very, very much more closer to them than, you know, your step kids. However, I think there is a way you can create a balance.
Yes.
Exactly. There's a way you can create a balance. And no matter how receptive, no matter how, you know, upset these other kids can be, there is a way
you
can strike a balance. Our parents actually love one person more than the rest of us. And their friends as well. See, let's not even go there. Our parents actually love one child more than
everybody has favorites.
You will be Bible student. Who first start?
So it's natural. So even we that we're okay in one family, you will know that maybe in the way King give us talk about mom, you feel like King give mom like King give that. But she created a balance. And even the other children wouldn't really feel like someone like me, my dad really loves me. But you won't really feel that. Kasi, I'm sure you are the baby of the everybody loves you, nobody even your mother is okay with it. So you see, so it's just that, do you want to make it? I think it's a heart thing. And it's a heart thing, it's a mind thing, it's a choice thing. If you, as a stepmom, if you really want to make your kid love you, and you want to make it wrong, you would make it. What women, we know how to. The same way we pamper men to bring them to us. Why do we call men babies? Men and children. It's the same way, because these kids have a heart of gold. All you need is to pamper them to yourself. That's just it. So it's a heart thing. So all this stepmoms rivalry, it's just because we women just feel intimidated all the time. And For crying out loud, why would these kids intimidate you? You're coming into their home. Do you know, like, I feel stepmom should put themselves in those kids' shoes sometimes. Because you're coming into their home to come and change a whole scenario, change everything. So you don't expect them to come soft at you.
Yeah.
True.
You don't expect it.
Okay, so let's just take our final takes. Cassie, you know, I just want you to say something as your parting shot to a stepmom out there, probably who's having issues being accepted by the kids, or a child out there who has been maltreated by the stepmom, how they can go about it.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to say that being a stepmom is such a great responsibility. And if you know you're not ready to be a good one, please don't get married into a family where there's already, you know, their wives that are there, or you are aware of the fact that your husband is going to be getting married to other wives. If you know you cannot be a good stepmom, you cannot show love, and you cannot balance things like they said, like, just don't. Please, to avoid future wahala. Now, for the stepmothers out there who are, you know, maltreating their stepkids, please be humane, okay? There's nothing as beautiful as being kind. Being kind would never ever backfire on you. It always just open doors for you and bring blessings and even peace in your hearts too. So that is something that you definitely want to emulate. And for the children who are going through this, my heart goes out to you. I don't know what's perfect advice that I would give. Maybe you just, you know, try to communicate with the stepmom, try to communicate with the dad, and, you know, maybe just leave it to God to actually handle things at the end of the day.
All right, Judith,
I feel for this stepmom, it's not wrong to have a good heart, and don't feel someone wants to override you. For the man to bring you into that home, it means he sells something, and he feels you can actually help in that home. So don't feel these children are going to breach or take away so many. They are not going to do nothing. They are kids. They're just trying to protect their front. And so have a good heart towards them. Open your mind to accept them. You might not love them more than you love your own personal kids, but still be good to them, just like you'll be good to other kids outside.
Exactly.
So just be good. And for the kids going through this issue, I'll just tell you, see, evil would definitely repay. So if someone is treating you wrong, your stepmom is treating you wrong, don't pay evil for evil. Just be yourself, be good. Don't plan anything evil. Just know that one day, God is the God of the motherless or the fatherless. And he will fight your battle. I'm telling you the simple truth. He will fight your battle. And he will come for, because evil will surely pay. So don't the only thing that would happen if you do something evil to contradict, that is when you too you will face.
When you get
but if you are still being you and you're doing everything good, don't worry, come back, but don't allow kill you. If you don't read that one, jump out.
Okay. So let's, Nengi.
Yeah, from my own angle, I feel like some people are expecting you to walk immediately, like as I just enter, make everything just be soft, they go like smooth. No, it doesn't work that way. I think that as stepmoms, you know, it will take time. It doesn't come immediately. You know, that love and everything doesn't come, because it's only natural that you are going into another zone. You also need to protect yourself. Yeah, to be honest, away from, you know, some kind of things, set boundaries and all of that. But then gradually, you know, definitely your kids, your husband's kids, your stepkids will definitely come around. So the whole success doesn't come immediately. It takes time, and you have to work for it and also be patient. So definitely that's from my own angle.
Well, the ladies have said it all, and it just doesn't stop with stepmoms and children. We've had kids that go to their mother's sister's home and they get maltreated. We have it's not just about stepmothers, and just like I think it was Judith that said it, that if you're good, you're good. You know, it doesn't matter even if this person is related to you by blood or not. There are people that have taken care of children that they do not even know their parents. They don't know where they came from or anything. They just met them under the bridge and they are taking care of themselves. So in case you are in that situation, in case you're a stepmom and you're maltreating your stepchildren, please stop it. Just spread love and light. Let it spread around. And if you're a child going through all of that, you can talk to your father. Like, you know how you can talk to him. Talk to your father. And I know that everything is going to be fine.
Is not
all right, that's how we end the show. Ladies, stop right here for tonight. Remember to connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and X on Western Spring Television, and of course on YouTube at Western Spring Television. My name is Evelyn Ohiole, and on behalf of the ladies right here in the studios, Nengi and Ademola, Judith and Hannah, And of course, the beautiful Chikasi Ogwo, we are asking you to have for yourself a beautiful night rest. Bye-bye.